Hello everyone, this is Anamika from Galgodia College of Engineering and Technology, and we are here to study electromagnetic field theory. And in today's class we will see some kind of miscellaneous problem from electrostat from Coulomb's law. So let us start. See, here is one problem in which 2-point charges of equal mass m, 2-point charge of equal mass m and charge q are suspended at a common point by two threads, okay, of negligible mass. Mass is negligible and length is L, so that at equilibrium position the inclination angle alpha of each thread of the vertical is given by this. So to solve such kind of problem, the first and foremost step is to draw. As you are reading the question, accordingly you need to draw everything on the paper. So here two charges are there like this. Now these two charges are the 2-point charges are of equal mass, both are having equal mass m. Further, and charge q are suspended. Charge on this is q, suspended at a equilibrium position, so it will be like this. Okay, which is making angle alpha. Now we need to show whether in such kind of thing q square is equal to this much or not. So for that we need to write all the equation for equilibrium. As for example, we need to find what are the different forces which are acting here. So here we can see that one force is in downward direction, that is mg. Other force is, as both the charge are having equal charge q, so they will repel each other. So one electrostatic force will act also in this direction. Okay, so in this direction, if we will consider this, mg will act downward, Fe electrostatic force will act in this direction. One tension will also act, this is a T, so this T here, T, so in this direction, as this is alpha, so this is alpha also, and if this is alpha, this one will alpha also. So if tension is acting in this thread, then here it will be T cos alpha. Now T cos alpha is balancing mg, Fe is balancing what? So the one component of T will be in this direction also, which will be T sin alpha. Okay, so here will be the equation, that is a T cos alpha will be equal to mg, and this is a one equation. Another equation is Fe will be equal to T sin alpha. Fe is equal to T sin alpha. This T can be replaced by this value from equation 1. We will get from equation 1, we can get the value of T, so we can write it as mg by cos alpha. sine alpha. So it can be written as mg tan alpha. Sine by cos is done. Now we need to find the value of Fe. Fe is what? Fe is the electrostatic force between these two charges. So the value of charge is given as Q. So it will be Q square, Q1 Q2 is Q square divided by 4 pi epsilon r square. The distance between these two are how much? This is L, this is the length, this one is L. So the value of this will be L cos alpha, L sin alpha and L sin alpha, means this distance will be equal to L sin alpha plus L sin alpha, means 2L sin alpha. This will be equal to 2L sin alpha square of this. Now we are having right side we are having this value and left side we are having this value. Same thing can be written here also. So it will be Q square by 4 pi epsilon. This 2L will again will be 4, then it will be multiplied by 4 L square sin square alpha. Here I am writing it fresh. Q square by 16 pi epsilon L square sin square alpha will be equal to mg tan alpha. Now we need to prove this. So we will put all these things that side, then we will get Q square is equal to 16 pi epsilon mg, 16 pi epsilon mg, then L square sin square tan alpha. So we got this value, hence proved. Now next question is, if alpha is very small, so that alpha is equal to this. They are telling if alpha is very small, so that this. So see, we got the value of Q as 16 pi epsilon mg L square sin square alpha tan alpha. Now if alpha will be very small, then tan theta tan alpha will be equal to sin alpha will be equal to alpha. So this term will reduce to Q square is equal to 16 pi epsilon mg L square alpha square and alpha. So it will give alpha to the power Q. So we can write alpha is equal to cubic root of Q square by 16 pi epsilon mg L square. So this has been proved also. Now come to the next problem. In this problem we can see that three identical small sphere of mass m are suspended from a common point by thread of negligible mass and equal length L. A charge Q is divided equally among the spheres and they come to equilibrium at the corners of a horizontal equilateral triangle whose sides are D, so that Q equal to Q square equal to this much, where G is the acceleration due to gravity. Well, they are asking there are three charges on the corner of equilateral triangle. So here first part is just after reading this type of problem you need to draw everything on the pen and paper with the help of pen and paper. So here you can see this is the three corners of equilateral triangle because horizontal equilateral triangle. So this is the horizontal equilateral triangle. In the corner of this equilateral triangle we are having three charges, that is a Q1 suppose, Q2 and Q3. All the three charges are suspended with the help of a thread of length L and negligible masses to point P. So this is the thread connected to Q1, this is the thread connected to Q2, this is the thread connected to Q3. Now we know that all the charges are there and charges on this Q1 Q2 is equal to Q by 3 because here in the question they are telling that a charge Q is divided equally among the spheres. So all the charges are of similar charge, means all are positive, so definitely there will be a repulsive force on each of them. So out of three let us consider one, that is a Q1 in which Q2 will apply some force and Q3 will also apply. So let us this charge is exerting a force F1. So F1 will be directed in this side, left side, because this is the repulsive force. It will try to repel it Q1 into this side, outward side. Similarly Q3 will also push Q1 with the force F2. As we know that this is equilateral triangle, so this angle will be 60 degrees. So this F1 and F2 will also apart from each other by 60 degrees. Now to make all the charges on all the system into equilibrium, we need to equate all the forces. For that we need to see what are the forces acting on this Q1. So F1 and F2 we have seen, these are the two forces acted by Q2 and Q3. Now tension is working in this thread, so here we will have T cos theta. Theta is the angle between thread and the vertical line between this point to the midpoint of the equilateral triangle. Now mg will balance T cos theta. Further, the horizontal component of this T cos theta will be, this T will be first of all we will find T. So in this direction we will get t sine theta. But to get the equilibrium, we need the component of t sine theta into this direction. Now this line is the midway of this 60-degree angle, so definitely this angle will be 30 degree, and the component of t sine theta along this line will be t sine theta cos 30 degree. Okay, now what are the force acting there and which one is getting balanced by which one? So let us see. First is t cos theta is getting balanced by mg. Second is f1 plus f2, the component of f2 along this side will be f2 cos 60 degree, so we will write f2 cos 60 degree also. This is getting balanced, this is getting balanced by an angle, sorry, this is getting balanced by this tensor t sine theta cos 30 degree. Okay, now here t can be replaced by mg by cos theta, so we will replace that. We can write it as, here I am writing f1 plus f2 cos 60 degree is equal to 1 by 2. Here we will write mg by cos theta cos 30, mg by cos theta multiplied by sin theta cos 30 degree is equal to root 3 by 2. So we will write root 3 by 2. Now to simplify this, we will know that f1 and f2 both are same because everywhere charges are same. So we will call it f and we have taken it common, then it will be 1 plus 1 by 2. This side and this side will be sin theta by cos theta will be mg tan theta and root 3 by 2. Here it will be 3 by 2. F is equal to f multiplied by 3 by 2 root 3 by 2 mg tan theta. Now this 2 and this 2 will cancel out. 3, this root 3 will cancel out and here we will left with root 3. So now finally we got the value f is equal to mg tan theta divided by root 3. Now we need to find the value of f. F is the q1 q2 divided by this distance, because this is the equilateral triangle, so all the side will be same, and the side will be first of all let us find the value of tan theta. Tan theta, theta is this angle. Tan theta, you know that tan theta is equal to base by perpendicular by base. Here perpendicular is this side is given as D, this will be, this is given as L, so this will be this is the perpendicular by base. So here we are having for this angle 3/2. L will be equal to, perpendicular will be this one and base will be this one, means D by this way we will write this line will be 3/2 D, 2D, and the base will be H. We can write H as this H as hypotenuse, that is L square minus this 2/3 D 4/9 D square. In this way we will calculate the tan theta value, and further F will be equal to Q/3 square divided by 4 pi epsilon. The distance between these two is D square, so it will be D square. Finally F will be equal to Q square by 9 multiplied by 4, 36 D pi epsilon D square. So F, the value of F is this much, and this is equal to this one value. So if we will equate these two value, we will get, if we will equate these two value, we will get this one. How? Let us see. So now we are having Q square by 36 pi D mg root 3, and the value of tan theta will be after putting the value of tan theta, you will get the main concept behind this is that first of all you need to understand the problem well. You need to write the problem on the paper, because all the concept will come only after seeing the diagram only. Here we have seen that here which force are acting on which one. So in this way we have seen and equated, made it in equilibrium condition, and finally we got this value. Now if we will evaluate this tan theta value, we will get the value of this whole quantity, and after manipulating we can finally get the value of this. Let us solve this. So perpendicular by base, perpendicular is h. H can be written as L square minus 4, 2 is 2, this line will be 2 by 3 d, so 9 d square divided by the base quantity is 2 by 3 d. 1 d and this d will cancel out. Root under this, so it will be 9 L square minus 4 d square divided by, it will become under root and it will be 3, 2 by 3, this will cancel out. Finally we got the value of tan theta as this one. So if we will write it here, 9 L square minus 4 d square root under divided by 2. After simplifying this, we can get q square is equal to if we will simplify this, it will come out to the this 2 will cancel out first, it will give the 18, and then after simplifying it will give 12 pi epsilon mg dq L square minus d square by 3 half. So in this way we can get the value of q square. So main concept is important. You need to able to draw the diagram by after reading these problems, then only you will be able to simplify this and equate all the equations. So hope you might have got some idea of how to equate and how to write the equations and how to imagine such kind of thing, because electromagnetic field theory is a totally three imaginary things. You need to imagine everything, because in this things are in 3-dimensional as well as many things can't be seen, it can be visualized only. We are doing all these mathematical things just for having mathematical equation of some natural phenomena. So try to visualize things in hypothetically. So for today's class we have learned these things, we have solved some problem. In next class we will start Gauss law. Thank you so much.